So, good morning, everyone. Before we learn 3D printing, we must understand one important concept called prototyping, right? So, almost every product we use today has an idea. So, before building the final product, the companies first create a trial version. Why? So, because mistakes found early are cheap to fix, right? So, if mistakes found after manufacturing are more expensive, today we will understand what is prototype and why it is important, and different types of prototypes and some real life examples that all of us can easily relate to, right? So, if you see the outline, let us see what we are going to learn today. First, we will understand the idea of prototyping. Then, we will learn uh, uh, and understand the idea of prototyping. After that, we'll discuss what are the types of prototypes that are there, and we'll understand these concepts clearly. And finally, we'll look to some real life examples from I've been given some examples from software and construction and as well as automobile industries. By the end of this session, you will understand why every successful product begins with a prototype. So let me start with a simple story. Suppose you got a startup idea. Let us imagine. So you want to create a food delivery application that called been given some name called FoodExpress. Okay, it can be anything. So now imagine spending 6 months coding entire the application. After 6 months, you show it to users. Users are nothing but let us say your friends or some colleagues or the faculty that who help. What if they say the menu is confusing? Let us say, and the button is too small. The button you are giving have been given for ordering is too small. The color look bad. Now what happens? You need to reassign or redesign. That means one more time, more money, more effort. Instead, some developers do something different. They first create a simple version with just a few screens like a login page, home page, food menu, order button. So then they show it to users, that means your friends. Users give feedback and developers improve the design. Again, they are not directly publishing, they are improving the design. So this simple version, this simple trial version is called prototype. Okay. So in simple words, a prototype is a product before the product. You should be familiar with this sentence. So how many of you have designed a login page before developing a complete project? So most students will raise their hands, then say, congratulations, you have created a prototype. So that is how the prototype works. So now let's define it properly. A prototype is a simple model of trial version created before the final product. But don't memorize the definition. Understand it. Imagine you wanted to build a house. Will you directly start construction? No, right? So you first create a plan, maybe a small model, then you check whether everything looks correct. Similarly, companies first build a prototype before creating a final product. So why do they do this? Question. So because prototypes help us telling I test ideas, find mistakes what we have done, improve some design, save time, save money. So think about a semester project. Suppose you have to write 300 pages without checking anything. At the end, you discover major like what we say uh, mistakes. Okay. So the same thing happens in industries also. Mistakes becomes expensive. So mistakes becomes expensive. Let me wait a second. So therefore companies create prototypes first. So there are some types of prototypes. Remember these four. One is concept prototype, another one is visual prototype, functional prototype, and engineering prototype. So think of them as four stages of in development. Let us understand one by one. So the first type is concept prototype. This is used only to explain an idea. I name itself as that thing, concept, only concept. Nothing works. It only communicates the concept. For example, a CSC student wants to create a social media application. He draws some screens on paper, home page, profile page, start page, like button, nothing works. But people can understand the idea. So this is called concept prototype. Its purpose is simple, explain the idea. Another one is visual prototype, name itself has the answer. This focuses only on appearance, how the product look, what is the color, what is the shape, what is the size. For example, suppose a company wants to launch a new smartphone, let us say. So they create a dummy model. It looks exactly like a real phone, but it does not switch on. It does not make calls. It does not run application. It's a purpose only to show the appearance. This is called visual prototype. And the third one is nothing but functional prototype. Here's now some features actually work. For example, if you are developing a food delivery application, let us say, so the login page works. Okay, the menu works, the order button works, but the payment is not implemented, notifications are not implemented, some features work, some does not work. So this type of prototype is called functional. Its purpose is nothing but testing the functionality. And the last one is nothing but this is very close to the final product. Almost everything works. For example, an electric bike, let us say, company develops a test vehicle. So they check speed, battery life, braking systems, safety, performance. It looks like a final bike. So it behaves like a final bike. Only minor improvements remain. This is called engineering prototype. These are the 4 types of prototypes. So I have given 4 real life example. One is the college project that I've already explained. Let us take one example of, suppose your team is building an attendance management system. Do you immediately write thousands of lines of code? No, right? First you create login page, student page, faculty page, dashboard. Then you show the screens to your guide. Your guide gives some suggestion. This is the first version of prototype. So in the second example, consider house construction. Before constructing a building, architects create models, right? So sometimes physical models, sometimes 3D computer designs. These models helps clients to understand how the house will look after the construction. So changes can be made easily before construction starts. This model is a prototype. Okay. So, and the third example is nothing but website development. Let us take this example. Suppose Amazon wants to redesign its website. No developers immediately start coding. Okay. So designers first create layouts, home page layout, product page layout, cart page layout. So these layouts are shown to users and the feedback is collected. So improvements are made. Directly they are not posting. Improvements are made. Only after approval does coding begin. So these layouts are nothing but the prototypes. Another one is nothing but car manufacturing, let us say. Before launching a new car model, companies manufacture a few test vehicles. So why? Because they need to check safety, fuel efficiency, performance, braking system, and comfort also. So if any problems are found, they can be corrected before the mass production. So these test vehicles are prototypes. Imagine launching thousands of cars and then discovering a major effect. Nothing. This will be a huge loss. So that's why prototypes is so important, right? So this is what about today's session. So today we have learned a prototype trial version of product. It helps us to test ideas before building the final product. It reduces mistakes. It saves time. We studied 4 types of prototypes, right? So if with this we have completed the topic of prototyping. I hope you understand why prototypes are important in engineering and product development. Thank you for your attention. If you are having any questions, let me know in the comment box. Thank you guys.